Hello everybody, this is On The Real with Dr. Deborah, Dr. D, yes. And today I want to talk to you, give you 3 good ways to manage an argument. So, how to argue effectively, if we just had to give this a title. The first thing you need to do when you're arguing with someone, and we're talking about intimate relationships, people that you care about, people you don't care about, you really shouldn't be wasting your time, alright? But you care about what they think, they care about what you think. The first thing is make sure that it is a real disagreement, that it's a real argument. It's not a matter of opinion. There is a definitive right and wrong to this thing, whatever it is. An example of that is there's a balloon that's floating and you both are watching it float. And one of you would say that it's going to the right, and the other one would say that it's going to the left. All right. Now that could be a matter of opinion depending on where you are situated. But if both of you get in the same position and watch the balloon, then you can come to a conclusion about what the balloon is really doing. And then that ends the argument because it's either one way or the other. But many times we argue about things that are a matter of opinion. I can remember back in college getting hoarse, arguing about Stevie Wonder, the meaning of one of his songs. Well, that was a matter of opinion. Or Earth, Wind and Fire. We went on and on. Me and Edwin, hey, what's up? Went back and forth about what reasons meant. There may have been a definitive answer for that, but I get the sense, about 40 years later, that more than likely it was just a matter of opinion. So we were never going to end that argument. It was never going to come to a close because it was a matter of opinion. There was no real right or wrong answer to that. So, which means it's not a real argument. We're not disagreeing about the same thing. All right? So, and we're talking about in relationships. We're not talking about logic and debating, and we're talking about when you are arguing with somebody you care about. Just stop for a minute, listen to what you're saying, listen to what they're saying, and see if you really are disagreeing. And if you're not, then one of y'all need to stop. All right? So, number 2, fighting fair is so important. Have you ever been having a disagreement with someone and then they'll say something that about you or something sarcastic that just makes you more upset than what you were, because what they just said had nothing to do with the real argument, only they just wanted to hurt you. So when that happens, that's the person's not fighting fair. And since you know, if you recognize this, your job is to point it out. And you do that by saying, okay, what does my toenail have to do with what we're arguing about? Or was it necessary to say that I don't know, snore? Was that necessary? Was that jab you just put in this argument, how is that going to help us get where we're trying to go? So fighting fair is really important, because sometimes someone will say something that's unfair while you're fighting, while you're arguing, and it just totally derails the conversation, which might be the point. But somebody, and hopefully it's you, has to hear that and not let it happen. Not let you get off track so that you don't get where you really, hopefully, you're trying to go with the argument, and that is settle it. All right? And the third thing is just that, staying on track. If you know that you are arguing with somebody that you care about and you want things to get resolved, you guys have to decide before you have any deep conversation about something that's important. You have to get yourself a code word. Some word one of you is going to say to stop the conversation from getting derailed, stop it from going off on a tangent and getting somebody upset and getting worse. You need a code word. And when you hear it, when you see you're getting off track, not fighting fair, not arguing about the same thing, somebody needs to say, I don't know, joker, something, whatever you come up with, and keep it on track. All right? 1, you make sure you're arguing about the same thing. 2, you make sure that you fight fair. 3, you both have a sense fighting fair and arguing about the same thing, so you get a code word when you know you're off track. All right? And one of you, or both of you, stop yourselves so that you can resolve whatever you're arguing about. I have a book called Slow to Speak. It is about communicating wholeheartedly in relationships. Go to drdeborah.nixon.com and go to the product page, and if you're interested, take a look and make a purchase. Okay. So first thing is, make sure that you're arguing about the same thing. You're disagreeing about the same thing. Second thing is fight fair, no name calling or sarcasm. Third thing is go with number 1 and 2, and that is keep it on track, making sure you guys get a code word so that you stay on track. You're arguing about the same thing, and that is going to lead to a resolution. I have a book, ebook, called Slow to Speak, and it is about arguing, it is about communicating, it's about talking to somebody that you care about and keeping things wholehearted as you talk. So this has been On the Real with Dr. D. Go to drdeborah.nixon.com and check it out. All right, and Slow to Speak, go to the product page and copy your piece, copy a copy. Okay, go to the product page and get Slow to Speak. Thanks. This has been good. Okay, I think I'll do the last part. All right, so